Anybody who wants to deny or argue the fact that when we want to talk about hip hop per se, America is that backbone for hip hop. America. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again, man. Yes, we got to talk about another topic which is definitely been on social media and it's been making a whole lot of news and a whole lot of traction. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time seeing this face, then MisterJaay in the building, and it's all love. And before we get started, I would definitely want to invite you to think about being part of this family that MisterJaay is building. I mean, we are a community, and I pledge that we are gonna keep talking about issues that is relevant to our industry. You feel me? And if you don't know what industry I'm talking about that hip hop industry. You feel me? And the music industry at large. I mean, now, ladies and gentlemen, this vlog, man, I want to still talk about. I want to continue talking about the whole diss between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and we all know how that is ended. And our focus is going to be about the track that KDOT or Kendrick Lamar dropped, man. They Not Like Us. This track has been changing. It's like a paradigm shift for the hip hop industry because this song is definitely gone viral and it just exposed a whole lot of things. It doesn't matter what side of the rope you are. I mean, you could be a Drake fan, you could be a KDOT fan. That is okay. Let's agree to disagree on this one. I mean, but I don't want to focus on these two artists per se. I want to focus on another hip hop industry icon, and he goes by the name Rick Ross. Now, we all know the mayhem and the crazy, it's been an anthem on social media, especially TikTok. We've seen we've seen millions of videos, remixes, man, and stuff like that for They Not Like Us track. And the recent one that is happening is of Rick Ross. Now, it is allegedly said that Rick Ross and his team, they were assaulted in Canada during a show that this man went to. And do you want to know the reason why they were assaulted? Because Rick Ross played They Not Like Us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that when it comes to hip-hop, there is no question that hip-hop is a genre which started in America. And America made hip-hop a global genre. And anybody who wants to deny or argue the fact that when we want to talk about hip-hop per se, America is that backbone for hip-hop. America is like the mecca of hip-hop. So everybody who tries to get into hip-hop, the dream is to come to America at a certain point of time. And if you look at hip-hop as a genre, and if you realize, if you notice that most hip-hop artists from around the world, they end up getting signed to labels from America. Yes, it might be a label that is located in maybe in Europe, in Africa, or in Asia, or Latin America, but the industry is actually in the headquarters is in America. You feel me? And then this man goes to Canada to do a show, and then he gets assaulted by the Canadian. Of course, Canadian, they definitely are supposed to love Drake. That is no question asked, because Drake is literally one of the biggest hip-hop product to come out of Canada. But let us not forget that it was an American record label that got Drake. It was not the Canadian record label that got Drake, because hip-hop has never been any big genre. Hip-hop is not that big in Canada. Yes, although Canada and America, they're kind of like same culture and everything, hip-hop has never been big. I think one of the biggest and dopest artists to ever come out of Canada has been Celine Dion. And Celine Dion wasn't doing nothing hip-hop until Drake came along. Now Drake came along, started doing an American genre, and people loved it. And then this man moved to America. And then, the rest is history. The Young Money, the Lil Wayne, stuff like that. You get the whole point. But then this man apparently forgot exactly where he came from, because this man, I can say I can say this is like a hip hop scene. This man used an AI generated voice of one of the industry's greats to go at Kendrick Lamar. That was a no-no. Now, for these fans to assault Rick Ross, an American artist performing in Canada, that is like taking this whole issue too far. Because yes, you might say, okay, well, what happened to the whole situation of somebody attacking, going to Drake's house in California and attacking stuff like that? We heard of that story before, but this is going to go crazy if we want to take this route. And what do I mean by if we want to take this route? Because we all saw what happened with the whole B.I.G. and Tupac situation. We've all seen that. And if you have been following hip hop, you will see that beefs in hip hop always ends up in death, because this op wants to take care of that op. This community wants to take care of that community. This artist fan base wants to, harm and hurt the other artist fan base. But here is the thing though. Canada behaving this way is really petty. I'm saying this as a hip hop fan. Now, I'm not saying this as the KDOT fan. I'm saying this as a hip hop fan, that it is petty to take that out on the different artists. Why do I say this? It would have made sense if this happened to KDOT or Kendrick Lamar and his team, if they went to Canada for a show, not a different artist. Because when you do this, you are inviting Rick Ross fan base to get involved in this whole. It's just like the Ja Rule and 50 thing, and then Ja Rule and Eminem. It's crazy, right? But we need to be very careful, because hip hop and beef, it's always never ended good. Now, were they right? Hey, I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to debate, I'm just here to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, hip-hop is a beautiful genre. Let's enjoy it for what it is. Let's not take this beyond what it's supposed to be. You feel me? And we should understand that it's all about, man, look, there's nothing wrong with Drake and KDOT or Kendrick Lamar getting on the same page and like, you know what? Let's squash this beef, but we gotta understand that, hey man, KDOT, you won. I know that some of my fan base are not gonna like this, but I want to throw this out again as a debate. Do you think it was necessary for Drake fans to assault a totally different hip hop artist just because he played that song? Now, mind you, there are videos, a lot of videos of DJs playing "They Not Like Us" while Drake was performing. Now, you didn't see nobody going crazy. But then Rick Ross goes to Canada, and then his team and brother, they are assaulted. Leave a comment and let me know exactly what you think. That is my time. Be good and be nice.